this week was some difficult stuff, especially yesterday when we work on the substitution strategy. It's a lot to apply, right? Lots of steps, lots of things you have to know to apply in the solution of this kind of problem. So I think we worked very hard this week. So today you deserve kind of a break, something lighter. Today I will present to you something easier, I promise. But before going to the easier stuff, let's review real quick what we have seen yesterday. The hard stuff, the difficult stuff, the solving equations by using the substitution strategy, right? And if you remember, yesterday we solved this long, very complicated equation. And you have here parentheses x minus 5 plus parentheses squared minus 16 times parentheses x minus 5 plus parentheses plus 39 equals 0. This is a very long, it looks complicated. But there's a way, a strategy you can use to make it a bit easier, the substitution strategy. You can adopt like a variable. We adopt the variable u to be equals to x minus 5, right? So you can substitute here by u, you can substitute there by u, and at the end you're gonna find a very nice and easier to work the quadratic equation like this: u squared minus 16u plus 39 equals 0. You can solve it by quadratic formula or by any other method. I think is a bit easier to solve than the first equation, the first version of the equation, right? So let's move from here to the solution. See, we can factor out and apply the zero product rule. So each factor we make equals to 0, and then we will find the solution for u. The first one, u equals 13. The second solution for u equals 3. Now there's something missing, not at the end today, but on this step. There's a number missing. You're gonna help me to find out what is the number that I should write down on the place of this red question mark, okay? Since x equals u plus a number, then you're gonna be able to find x from the value of u. If u equals 13, x equals 18, or then if you have u equals 3, you will have x equals 8. Can you find the number that's missing? Can you help me? I will ask, I'm gonna invite. So that's perfect. We need to find the right answer, and we need to make, I'm just recording, okay? Just recording, repeating to record, I forgot. So if we have this number equals to 5, we try u equals 13, 13 plus 5 equals 18, nice. Now plug in u equals 3, 3 plus 5 equals 8, perfect. So 5 is the right answer. 5 is the right answer. Thank you. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Kalia. Let's move on. And I promised something lighter, something easier for today. And we will talk about discriminants. How to work with discriminant. What can you find out about discriminant? And first of all, what is discriminant? And as usual, I show this definition and this procedure and all this stuff just to skip. I will skip this whole thing. Let's move straight to the example, because I don't think it's worth to read and try to understand, try to make sense, because it's hard. You need to apply to an example so you can understand. Okay, let's skip this and move straight to an example. You will understand using this example. And the question is, use the discriminant to determine the type and number of solutions for each equation. The first thing we need to find is what is discriminant. Let's use this equation as an example, and we have 2x squared minus 5x plus 9 equals 0, right? If we want to find the solution using the quadratic equation, quadratic formula, the quadratic formula, we're going to apply the formula x equals negative b plus or minus square root, and here inside the square root you're going to have b squared minus 4ac, right? This is inside the square root over 2a. Discriminant is this little bit, this part in red of the quadratic formula. This is called discriminant. Because if you have this part here as a positive number, you're going to have two solutions. If you have this part, the discriminant, equals to 0, you're going to have only one solution. And if the discriminant is a negative, you have no real solution. And that's the whole point of finding out or calculating the discriminant, because you're going to be able to say how many solutions the equation will have. So let's calculate only the discriminant, okay? Discriminant equals b squared minus 4ac. This is the formula of the discriminant, only the thing that's inside the square root. Find a, b, and c. We need to identify in the equation. A is equals to 2, b is negative 5, and c is positive 9, right? So plug in into the equation. B squared negative 5 squared minus 4 times a is 2 times c is 9. Okay? This is equals negative 5 squared 25 minus 4 times 2 8 times 9 72. And this is going to be equals negative 47. Okay. The value of the discriminant is negative 47. It's a negative number. When you have a negative number, check this. The discriminant is inside the square root. We don't have a real solution for a square root of a negative number, right? So this has no real solution. No real solution. And that's it. You don't need to calculate today. You don't need to find the solutions. You just need to calculate the discriminant and tell me if the equation is going to have two solutions, one solution, or no real solution. That's it. Any questions? Tell me if you have questions. If you're not sure about anything or any step or a number that popped out here and you're confused, you don't understand. But this is simple, okay? Today is easy compared with the stuff that you have done this week. Piece of cake. Any questions? Answer. We need to make sense of this sequence to find out the next number. I tried several ways of making sense of this sequence. And the best way, I'm telling you, maybe it's not the only way. Maybe there's another way, maybe there's another way of making sense. But the best way I found to make sense is, if we get the last digit and move to the front, then you're going to find the next number of the sequence. Check this out. 7, 6, 4, 5. Move the digit 5 to the front, then you have 5, 7, 6, 4. Nice. Now you get the last digit of the second number of the sequence and move to the front, Now we have the next 4, 5, 7, 6. That means it's by logic. I think we should do the same thing. We should move the last digit of this number to the front. 6, 4, 5, 7. That means the next number is 6, 4, 5, 7. This is how I make sense of the series, of the sequence, and the answer. The right answer is going to be 6, 4, 5, 7. Does not mean that your number is wrong. No, maybe you you found a different way. Maybe you found a different logic to find your number, and maybe your logic is right. But the logic, the only way I found was this one, by changing and moving the last digit to the front. Let me see. And we have a few. We have Keon Harding with the same answer, 6, 4, 5, 7, and I think he's the only one. Yes, I think he's the only one. But again, congratulations, Keon. This is the right answer in my view. Maybe not the only answer, but thank you, Kalia, thank you, Makina, Ariana, Jalexis, Adrian, and Davin, and Jacob. Keon Harding got the right one, the same answer as me, but doesn't mean it's the only right answer, okay? What I'm trying to say is, maybe there is another way of making sense of this sequence. I still don't know. You can explain the way you found, you calculated the number, but this is one way of making sense of the sequence. All right, this is just a game. This is to warm up and get ready for the quiz. The right answer, if you want the points, is 6, 4, 5, 7. Now let's move on to our quiz, okay? And I will share the whiteboards and give me a feedback if it's working, if you can see the screen of the whiteboard, and also if you can operate the whiteboard, like zoom in, zoom out, and if you want, you can also write your answers and share with others. Wait a minute, it's coming. It's still coming. It's not here yet. Yeah, now it's on the screen. You can try. You can zoom in by yourself, zoom out, move, and also write down. If it's not working, give me a feedback. I will share a link. If it's not working, you can try to open using the app, or even the web app. Let's try to solve letter A. Okay. For letter A, and it's the same procedure for all the questions. Not hard. Today is not, I think it's not difficult. The first step is to identify A, B, and C, right? Then you calculate the discriminant. Discriminant, the formula for the discriminant is B squared minus 4 times AC. And B squared, B is negative 6, squared minus 4 times A is 1 and C is 5. And here on letter A, you're going to find negative 6 squared is 36 minus 4 times 1 times 5, 20, equals 16. So the first question you're going to have for item A is the value of the discriminant is equals to 16. Okay, Cynthia, not a problem. The second question you will answer is a multiple choice. is asking how many solutions for this equation. If the discriminant is positive, you will have 2 solutions. Okay, 2 solutions. Because the discriminant is a positive value. That's how you will solve each one of the questions today. Each question have each equation have 2 questions. The first one you have to answer with a number, and the second one is a multiple choice. You have to select if the equation is going to have 2 solutions, 1 solution, or no real solution. Okay? Now you can work by yourselves, try to solve and share your answers on the whiteboard, and I will check real quick. We need to first of all identify A, B, C, and D, right? So A, B, and C. Not D, A, B, and C. Let me check. Let me give you a feedback. Makina. C and D is 0, yes. But no, C and D, if you have the discriminant equals to 0, you have 1 solution. Okay, Makina? Just 1 solution. If you have the discriminant equals to a negative number, then you have no solutions. Okay? So, yes, C and D, the discriminant is 0, right? But the conclusion is it will have only 1 solution. Okay? Thank you, Makina. Cool, nice. Back to letter J. Letter J, the discriminant equals b squared minus 4ac, and b is 1 squared minus 4 times 2 times 5, and this is equals to 1 minus 4 times 2 times 5 is 40, right? 40. Negative 39. See, Makina, if the discriminant is a negative number, see, is a negative number, you cannot have a square root of a negative number. That means no solution. No real solution. No real solution. If the discriminant is 0, you will have only 1 solution. Now let's go back to letter C, and I show letter C what happens, because I think letter C, the discriminant is going to be 0. Find A is 4, B is positive 12, and C is positive 9. Apply the formula of discriminant. Discriminant is b squared minus 4ac, b squared 12 squared minus 4 times 9. 12 squared 144. Negative 4 times 4, negative 8. Negative 8 times 9, negative 144. No, I mean negative 4 times 4, 16. 16 times 9, 144, yes. Now, 144 minus 144 equals to 0. So, yes, Makina, that's right. This is equals to 0, but the conclusion is only 1 solution. Now let's get back to Jacob. Jacob asked for K. Let's go back to the bottom. K. Find A, B, and C. A, B, and C. And apply the formula. The formula is simple. G equals b squared minus 4ac. b b is 5 squared minus 4 times 2 times negative 2. And this is equals to 25 minus negative with negative positive. 4 times 2, 8 times 2, 16. Equals 41. Is a positive number. 41 is a positive number. That means true solutions. Okay, positive number, true solutions.